Where's my second pass?
Morning. Good morning. I'm awake, right? Are you guys here with me? Yes, you are. Happy Goliath Day. What a great day. Wow, 666 right there on the ticker, guys. Can't make that up. 666. Doom, all the doom coming soon. The doom is here. Doom is here this morning. We did hit our final level of resistance. Will she hold? Will she hold? We'll get into that, of course, here in a second. Good morning, of course, starting out with the pleasantries this morning. Welcome back to Crypto Chaos, guys. Of course, where you guys come for the news, but you stay for the chaos. Good evening, good morning, wherever you guys are. It's morning, of course, here in the United States. About ready to open the bell in about less than 10 minutes. Good morning, Nebs. How's it going, Nebs? Easy, easy. And of course, we got the legendary House Hippo Dump. Oh no!
They call them dump. Big, massive dump.
All right. Good morning. Gamma got us also here. Grand Rising, Otaku and Chaos family. Happy Goliath Day. Goliath Day, of course, if you guys are XRP, XRX, XXX, all the X coins, all the, no, he's loving the X coins. XCN, that one. Too many X's. Yes, XCN. What it do? How's it going, Danny, this morning? Super Danny. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. What it be? How's it going, guys? How's it going? Not a great day for the markets this morning. We're going to get into as of why. And yeah, Cody Bakula coming in with a $20 super chat. Damn!
Give me money. Money me. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
With the Shiba Inu, of course, waving that flag. Number one. Thank you so much, Cody. I appreciate it. We're back, baby. We're back. Back to dumping. 66,500 this morning. Testing right on top of our bear target. Yikes. That's 2 days in a row right on top of our baseline bear. Calling for baseline bear. Last night. Terrific. Winning. So much winning, guys.
We're going to win so much.
Too much winning. So tired of being right. I would like to be wrong again, guys. Remember the green? Yeah, I was hoping to be wrong. That was 2 days in wrong. I put 2 days in a row. I put Carnelian on the altar for Chaos Magic just to get my dreams, just to live my dreams and be wrong one day. All right. Of course, enough of that. Getting into the Doom. Got a whole bunch of clips, updates to where we are right now. Oil now over $110 a barrel. Brent crude, that is. See what Doomberg had to say this morning, and then I've got a whole rabbit hole I want to get into. I was up late last night hanging out with Cliffy Boy. I'll talk about what we were discussing last night here in a minute.
To our top story, though, President Trump pushing back his deadline for Iran to agree to reopen the Strait of Hormuz or face attacks on its power infrastructure. Bloomberg's Anne-Marie Hordern asked the president about Iran charging ships to pass through Hormuz.
Should Iran be able to charge a toll for the Strait of Hormuz? They're charging some vessels to go through.
Oh, yeah. Well, should they be able to? I mean, they shouldn't be able to, but they're doing it a little bit. I don't know. Look, their capability is a lot less than it was 2 weeks ago. And with every week and every day, frankly, it gets less and less. All I can tell you is they're begging to make a deal. So let's see what happens.
Joining us now is Wayne Sanders, Bloomberg Intelligence senior defense analyst and retired Army colonel. Wayne, the president seemingly taking some of the near term being this weekend risk off the table. The 5-day deadline gets pushed out an additional 10 days. What can actually be done in those 10 days?
Well, I think one of the first things you're going to see, right, is the USS Tripoli and the Marine Expeditionary Unit is going to arrive. So what it does is it opens up options that President Trump has. You know, he likes elements of surprise. A lot of these pieces have been choreographed up until this point, but that extension out to April 6th does provide President Trump with a little bit of, I don't want to call it breathing room, but more in terms of military options, in terms of what he's trying to be able to do. The problem is it's still very limited in terms of these ground troops that are on their way, right? Between the Marine Expeditionary Units as well as the 82nd Airborne Division, you're still talking about probably about 10,000. Even if you put 10,000 more, that's still a fraction compared to Operation Iraqi Freedom or to Desert Storm.
All right. And of course, last night we were also talking about this. I think it was Jake the Snake shared it with the chat last night. 10,000 boots on the ground headed that direction. Again, thanks again, Chaos Crew, for keeping us up to date and ahead of Doomberg. Jake the Snake. So this looks like it's going to happen. Trump always chickens out, and I guess it happened again. Extending 5 days from today was supposed to be the deadline to another 5 days, putting us in the beginning of next month. Actually, a week into next month. Cool. That's 10 days from today, right? Yeah, 10 days from today. Cool stuff. All right. So that's what's going on. Trump did, of course, always chicken out. Art of the Deal continues to play out. What a silly book.
What are you, stupid?
The playbook. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got here this morning from Doomberg.
And it'd be interesting to see how it plays out.
It does feel like we're in this world
Private
where
consent.
the whole golden age of private credit, we probably went too far in hyping up how wonderful of an asset class it is. And then maybe we course correct and we go too far in saying the doom and gloom. But Data, I do wonder, when you think of lasting impacts from this moment, where you're maybe getting defaults starting to creep up, redemptions are going up. What have you been talking to people about? What have they been saying, and kind of the scars it might leave on this industry?
Well, this all seems to be a part of the maturation process of the private credit market, to be honest. I mean, it hasn't really gone through a cycle like this before. And for any industry, it is good to go through a cycle like this just to know what not to do next time. I mean, even Oaktree says that there seems to be some sort of a correction in markets. So, yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to know how things go forward. Just to let you know that the changes in tone, I mean, you've got Oaktree with this statement.
All right. We're gonna continue on. I only got a few more minutes of the remaining, guys. We got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes flat until the opening bell. I got a couple other things, clips I want to show you. Jeez.
Markets 20 minutes to go until your trading day. We're down 0.6% for the S&P. Nasdaq underperforms yet again. A really ugly day yesterday for tech. It's like all of the worst things come together. It's a general sell-off because of the concerns about war. AI concerns back in the forefront and fueling stocks selling off. You have oil being a huge pressure too. And then there are tariff concerns as well, with China maybe hitting back. You're looking at Brent crude now at $111.40 a barrel. 10-year yields at 447.99.
111 at the open so far, guys, with Brent crude. Bricks taking the spotlight this morning. Man, we got about a minute remaining.
With you, what are the four scenarios that you're looking at?
Well, first of all, they don't combine to 100% because some can happen in conjunction, like regime change. I still assign 10% to that. The problem with it is it can go good, it can go bad. You know, you can get a more compliant regime, you can get a far less compliant regime. Then the second, of course, ground incursion, the re-escalation. I think if President Trump chooses the ground incursion option, the market is going to suffer. Then de-escalation, that's an obvious one, some sort of a deal. The one that I think is most interesting, and the one that I assign 50% probability, is a new kinetic equilibrium, where basically the war continues for the next 6 months. No, actually even 6 years, perhaps. However, an equilibrium emerges where energy gets to transit through the Strait of Hormuz despite the hostilities. So you never actually get a moment where there's a ceasefire, where the market breathes a sigh of relief necessarily. There's no like taco day. But eventually we just realize, vessels are transiting Strait of Hormuz. Interesting.
Stuart, let me bring you into the conversation. How are...
All right, of course, we do have, conflicting news when it comes to Chinese vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. This morning, CNBC reported that they were turned away I don't know. We'll get into that a little bit later. We do have the opening bell happening right now. We got to jump back over there and, of course, grab it. And we'll get into, of course, an update on crypto soon. Bitcoin coming up about $20.
4.5%. The Russell 2000 also down 0.6%.
Options expired Bitcoin today. Don't forget.
SPACs are back. We might not be at highs for markets. It might not be bubbly or frothy, but, you know, maybe it's a sign that we're still getting SPACs. I believe they are just listing now. The blank check company, Kensington.
A lot of volatility, of course, since the foreign market already crossed over the line in the order, of course. Options already expired for Bitcoin in the foreign market.
Companies are out there. This one happens to be a Canadian one, but I feel like it's like at least once a week we get one of these at the opening bell. So there you have it. I'm going to look at a different part of tech here, though, at the opening bell. Look at what these cybersecurity stocks are doing. CrowdStrike, Palo Alto, Cloudflare, Zscaler, all of them down at least 3%, and as bad as 6.5% in the case of Palo Alto. It's a concern coming from a Fortune report that said Anthropic is testing a new AI model that poses significant cybersecurity risks. We thought cybersecurity was one of the safer parts of software just because of how integrated it needs to be. Maybe it's not with all the AI. Carnival also reporting estimates results that beat expectations. Shares are still down 3%.
Yeah. Come on,
CEO
get
Josh
to the
Weinstein
doom.
says
Who
the
do you got
company
on this
delivered
one?
a strong start to the year, driven by
they have
healthy
Morgan Stanley,
fundamentals.
actually. Yeah. Carnival. Who the hell's going to go on a cruise right now? With the war in the Middle East, and of course, in our oceans as well, with Cuba, possibly Cuba soon.
Chief market strategist at Alpine Saxon Woods. Sarah, great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining.
You gotta wait another hour.
Just staying on the
possibly,
idea of Carnival earnings, because it's still down, and there's been so much sour sentiment towards travel stocks because of fuel, because of consumer appetite. How are you looking at this sector as the war drags on? Is this a place that you can play in this market?
I think that ultimately we've seen when you get shocks like this, the stocks have a bad reaction, and if things resolve themselves, but also in general, they will tend to bounce back. The question is it too early to start that? And I don't know that we know the answer yet. It's certainly a good time to be looking at these and choosing what you would like to be in when you sort of feel like there's some sort of stabilization. But for the most part, you want to look at balance sheets, you want to look at cash flow and understand, can they get through some sort of period of softness? But generally speaking, that's generally been a good opportunity to look at
The thing that I'm kind of struggling with is you want to look for a safe balance sheet and where cash is to protect you and safety. And that's brought up with a lot of people saying maybe big tech is the place for safety. But I'm also looking at the NASDAQ this morning, down 0.7%, which means it's now in a correction, down 10% from its October highs. What do you make of this? Is this not currently a nice little safe, cozy place to hide out in the midst of geopolitical strife?
So this is definitely a time frame issue, right? Because we came into this year on valuations that were pretty high, looking for a year where you thought you were going to see expanded capex and things were going to move along on the economy.
All right. We're going to get rate cuts, whatever. Yeah, we know. And of course, all that's pretty much canceled. Let's get back into CNBC this morning, and then we're gonna dive into more doom. Jim Cramer and friends.
Yes, I think that's a great buy. Now people say, well, that's the worst chart I've ever seen. Well, you know what? I want to buy into some of that worst chart I've ever seen, because I think that the fact that the company's well run may actually, let's just say it may obviate that contract,
I think there's always a question that when oil prices spike, do people, yes, they need their staples, but do they trade down for private label? Some of these have just top-notch brands where they sell at premium.
Trust also owns Costco, which has got the right private label, because Kirkland, when they go against you, we know is typical. We saw how Celsius was down this week because Kirkland's against them. By the way, Tito's is down because Kirkland went into vodka. But I do like Procter because I actually was, get this, I was actually thinking that maybe like 2 or 3 years from now, Procter could be higher.
It would be higher.
Well, it could be higher.
No.
2-3 years. 2-3 years.
Probably not.
Well,
not
you'll be like
that,
28. I will be like, whatever. I just happen to think that you have to think like that when you buy a
I just told you, 84. I'm in my 40s, Jim.
I'll give him a few more seconds.
84
can't be
was when I
making
sold
young jokes.
Motorola.
I know, 84.
Right.
Blowout.
Motorola.
The big blowout. Speaking of consumer names, Nike reports earnings next week. There's a lot of street notes on that one about whether it's time to buy or not.
We have position in it, and I'm going to say...
All right, screw Nike. Going back into the freaking shoe company. I'm falling off a cliff right now. All right, like a lot of the market. Okay, let's take a look and see where will the pain possibly stop. I asked you guys in the chat, where are we going? Are we going to go to 55K today? And 62% of the chat says yes, today is the day.
What are you, stupid?
I'd buy that for $1.
Everything all at once. Hodl Tito's. Hodl Tito's. Oh, geez, everything's slipping right now in the markets. Speaking of slipping, we're about ready to break 66,300 for possible another leg down. How low can we go on more fears today? Again, great day to do it. Great day to do this because the options expire today on Bitcoin. A total reset of the market, of course, coming soon. In a few days, of course, we'll have the monthly close. And I tell you guys this every single time we get into a monthly close, and of course the options expiry event on the last Friday of the month. That the lower we are, the of course significant the return, of course, after the rally afterwards will be. Look no further than February 28th. February 28th we saw us hit this low here at about 62K. That was the last time we touched it. It was actually 2 days before that event, or before that we touched that. It was actually a couple days after we turned that into. Okay, here it is. Yeah, 28. There it is. I had a feeling it was 28. We touched that, and of course we rallied back all the way to, or was it 17% up in just 2 days after the monthly close. And that took us to about 74,000. We finally broke out of resistance, so we were held up behind 72K. If you guys remember all that back in February 5th, that main event, of course, that sent us down to $60,000 Bitcoin. Again, only for about 15 minutes. This is a 30-minute candle here. You had about a 15-minute window to get that wick before it shot right back up. So we are testing the very bottom of the trend right here today, this morning. We are down there, a little lower actually, on the fear, of course, all the headlines, everything, of course, flooding the markets. Is this the bottom, or are we going to see more pain? Well, if we do lose 60,000, 663 is pretty much the last line in the sand. Maybe 66,000 flat, but after that, I mean, we're going to hit, or we could chug it down 65, 64, and then possibly hitting that 63K again. That we haven't been lower than 63,000 since, again, last month. The very last day of last month. Again, I'm telling you guys again where we're likely going to go. This could be the last opportunity to possibly get Bitcoin underneath 70K in the next coming months if we do start to see some fear. Don't forget, Bitcoin was made for times like this. Eventually we will correct and of course see a lot higher prices. And again, it only takes us a few weeks to build support, and we've been building this support at 65K. It is all there, and I've been showing you guys this for weeks. All the orders, of course, are sitting at 65K for that golden pocket that spans 63 to $65,000 Bitcoin. So let's jump over there and show you what I'm talking about yet again. Here we go. So I'm sorry, guys. I don't think that we're likely going to go to 55K. Even though 62% of you, a majority of you guys say it in the chat, I don't think it's going to happen today. It may still happen before the end of the month. That's possible. But I don't think it's going to happen today. I think it's getting a little too excited. We haven't even got close to that golden pocket yet, and there's going to be a lot of buying down there. Let me show you, of course, the order books today and see what's going on with Bitcoin. And, the likelihood of where we're going to go today all, of course, factors into, can we get into the golden pocket and break it in a single day when we've been basically loading this up for an entire month. Basically an entire month. Here's March 2nd, here's March 5th, and after pretty much March 3rd, we pretty much started building this key area of support. And again, it only takes 2 weeks to build support, and we've been here for an entire month. Pretty cool stuff. Of course, solidifying my conviction that we are not going to see too much pain after about 65K, 64 maybe, 65, 64, 64,000. Maybe a slippage down to 63, but then again, we were just there about a month ago. I think it's like been 26 or 27 days since we touched that area. Bitcoin never has gotten less than that since, even with the entire market. I tell you guys this all the time too. Even with the entire market slipping down to 2.17 trillion. 2.17 trillion. Bitcoin still never lost $1 trillion market cap. Again, that would take it to that $50,000 level. in overall market cap if we did actually lose it. All right, anyway, so what else we got going on here other than the dipperoonie? And I showed you guys this yesterday, that the entire market, I was like Neo and looking through the matrix, right? That the entire market was going to slip. It was going to fall. It was going down, and it was not looking very good. You can definitely see it in the order books. It has definitely got a lot of selling protection, potential, as all the orders now are leaning a little lower in the spectrum. Yep, you can see that there. All right, yeah, continuing this on the day, we are kind of stopping out right here. First stop is 66K. And if we do lose this area, we're going down to 65.6. Again, respect the 8s, the 6s, and the 3s in 2026. Weird year for 3s, 6s, and 8s. Yeah, and of course, the overall trading volume right now is to the bears of almost $2 billion ahead of the bulls in terms of overall trading volume. Not a great looking day, guys. Not a great looking day. Also, on the backs of options expiry here in the United States, already happened, like I said, in the foreign market by the end of the evening. The market closed, of course, around 3-4 a.m. in the foreign markets, and that already happened for them. And of course, we're waiting for that to happen here in the States. Looking like Bitcoin's already starting to rebound a little bit here right now, short term. Yeah, our main event doesn't start happening until about 12:30 in the United States. So we still got a couple hours. An hour and a half, something like that, to go for the again, the options expiry event for Bitcoin. All right, let's go back to it. Anything else happening right now in our space? Let's go over the overall sentiment. I'm gonna give them one more try though over here on Doomberg, and wow, WTI is now $97. That shot up quick. $97 a barrel. All right, so looks like Doomberg's back on break, and CNBC is still yapping. We'll see what they're doing.
That was the news today, right?
But this is a fun. I don't like private credit because the upside is very capped. But I can see why. I can see why they would want to put money in it. It seems really good.
Yeah, they're going to purchase about 6.8% of the outstanding shares from investors in the Oak Tree Strategic Credit Fund.
This is Brookfield. Oak Tree's Brookfield.
Yep.
I don't know if you met the Brookfield.
Oh, yeah.
They are about...
I know Bruce.
Blue Owl, Oak Tree, everybody. Private credit is just falling off the cliff. All right, let's continue on, guys. Let's continue on. We got a lot to cover today. I didn't get to the headlines yet. Of course, oil prices top $110 for Brent crude. After Chinese ships turn away from the Strait of Hormuz, two ultra-large container vessels owned by the China Ocean Shipping Company tried to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, but were turned back for some reason. China is an ally of Iran and the Islamic Republic, and previously said the friendly ships can pass through the strait. Why are they sending them back? I don't know. These headlines are contrary. We heard the opposite this morning, that they were, of course, still accepting passage and paying for passage, and for peaceful ships, right? Peaceful ships. The incident indicates that Iran is still blocking traffic in the Strait of Hormuz for whatever reason. Maybe they have mines there, and they're like, oh, no, you stay back for now. Obviously, they have we reported, 20 mining installations, mine installations, of course, deploying mine layers in the Strait of Hormuz. All right, let's see what other headlines we have this morning, and get back into more overall sentiment. We gotta go over sentiment this morning too. How you guys doing in the chat? Not the Tito's. Yeah, Tito's stock dropped down today. Tito's is down. Nabs, easy, Cliff, all shouting out Tito's in the chat. Oh no, sorry, Cliff. BitTo looking juicy, baby, right now, says Nebs. Also Bitcoin itself, obviously. 66,500. I have a few family members that probably could take this opportunity. I'm trying to convince them to finish a Bitcoin today. Ooh, exciting stuff. So I'm happy either way. I'll be buying the dip as well. Actually, you know what? I'll buy some right now. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll buy some right now. Let's see. Again, going back to the chat real quick. 50% now. Wow. We were at a 60%. Now we're split. The chat is split on whether or not we're going to go to 50K or 55K today. Again, we started this at 65%. You guys were saying we were going to 55K, and how quickly that stopped when I started talking about where we were in the order books, and the gold, the golden pocket, of course, more than likely going to keep us up for at least today. Going into the weekend, we'll have to wait and see what happens. And I'm trying to buy some Bitcoin right now with you guys on the. There we go. I just bought 15,000 Satoshis. I already bought this morning. At 1 o'clock in the morning, my thing's already set up to buy. But yeah, I'm going to buy some more right now. There it is. More Satoshis for me. Less for you. Okay. All right, what else we got? I bought the dip. Did you guys buy the dip? Let's go over overall sentiment real quick, and then the rest of the headlines we can get into once TradFi comes back from break. Right now, looking at the U.S. stock market in extreme fear. I don't even need to look at it, man. I know it's going to be extreme fear. 1 point lower than yesterday. Only 1 point. Really? Come on, give us more doom.
Stupid?
Well, give us more doom. Again, this is still the longest and lowest I've ever seen the extreme fear in the stock traditional markets. Yeah. Fun days ahead. We got the Coin Tree, of course, bringing you the crypto fear and greed as well. Sitting at now at 13 in extreme fear. I was expecting a little lower here too for crypto. Interesting. Let's take a look at the overall market cap and then the Dixie as well. Overall market cap now is slipping down to 2.29 trillion. Guys, we're only $100 billion away from hitting that 2.19 target. I talked about this last time that we have not been down here. We've only been down here twice, and it all, of course, happened in February. We have not been down here this month yet. I can't see that on the 30-day anymore. But of course, I'm talking about the 2.5 event that hit us 2.17 trillion, and then we did touch almost the same exact amount here. Can't even look at it because we're too zoomed out. I can't even see it because I'm covering it. This was 2.5, and of course, this is 2.24. The last two times we hit this, Bitcoin slipped to the first time 60K, the second time only 63 on that wick. And again, same exact market cap, obviously for total crypto, and less of it is coming out of Bitcoin as of right now. Don't forget, Morgan Stanley also is starting and going to be launching a Bitcoin ETF here in the next week. Bad timing. But of course, one of the largest asset managers on earth. Going to be getting in and supplying their clients with Bitcoin. Let's see what else we got. The Dixie now sitting at 100 as fear all the doomer boomers go back to the dollar. It's just paper. Silly nonsense. All right, so yeah, we are sitting about $100 on the Dixie this morning. Rolling that into total market cap for crypto, and what else we got going on here in bubbles. Bubbles are down on the day. Let's take a look and see how down they are. So far, it's not even that bad so far. Only 3.3%. Not that bad. Come on, guys. We saw like a 4% drop this week so far. Yeah, we're still squeezing the lemon, and there's hardly any juice left to squeeze out of it. Siren down now, pulling back 57%. This could be a really good opportunity to get in on Siren and get maybe another 100% pump again into the weekend. Remember, this happened last weekend. Boom, on a Saturday. Bam, right there. And was it here? Yeah, it was probably right here. Boom, right there. That was when we got 150% pump on Siren, up to $3. $3 from a low of 10 cents. Was it 10 cents? It's 90 cents. 90 cents, okay. And now lower than it was over the weekend. At 89. You know what? I'm gonna throw $100 on it. Screw it. Screw it. If you guys are with me today, I'm buying right here on the channel with you during this pullback. Siren. Let's see if I can find somewhere I can buy this really quick. Looks like we're looking at what, 82 cents right now. This looks like to be the right one here. There's a lot of fake ones over here on looks like listed on Coinbase wallet. So the base app. So be careful if you guys want to do this. I just bought $100. There we go. We'll see how that plays out. Again, just whatever you got willing to lose, guys. Right now is a good time to load up on some fear. Anyway, so that's the biggest mover we have here on a single day, down 60% basically on Siren. And again, it's just been a fun one to watch. Tau BitTensor is up 18% on today. or I guess on the week still today. Down 5% today though on the market open. Meme Core also still holding about 33% of its gains from the week. Now down nothing. It's actually up 11% on the day today on Meme Core. I guess that's the biggest mover we have to the upside today. On the weekly, we're looking for assets that are down at least 15% on the week. There's still only like 2. Like there's not enough blood, guys. Everyone's freaking out. There's not even enough blood on the week. We got WorldCoin down close to runner up. 14.2%. We got DCR, Decred down 18.4% on the week. And Polkadot now down 15% on the week on that move. I do like me some Polkadot. This oversold, man. Not 15% on the month, not too great, but 72% still off on the year. Again, looking at the assets in the top 100 on the monthly, looking for anything that's oversold 30 to 40%. There's only one. There is only one. One ring to rule them all, I guess. Kite is the only thing down 30% or more. I guess WorldCoin, but I really don't like that project. WorldCoin is also down for 32% on WorldCoin. So the WorldCoin and Kite, that's it. That's all you guys got. And again, with a little sprinkle of maybe runner-up Dot, down 15% on the week. And on the day, Siren. Those are your top picks for the day, guys, on the top 100. Do with that information what you will, not financial advice. Looking at the top 200 here, doing the same thing as well. Here on the day, we got River seeing a 30% pullback as more of the capital slips out of this particular privacy coin play. So that's the biggest mover here on the day. Keep that in mind if you're making decisions today. It's also 43% off on the week. Yikes. Again, this project came out not too long ago, still holding 45 of its gains from the month so far. All right, what else we got? Could be a good opportunity there for River. What else? Bard is still down 28%. Lit Lighter, Fluid, and I told you guys this yesterday. Top 200 right here on the weekly is the place you want to be looking at, and it's still printing money right now if you want to get into some of this pain by the blood. IP Story still finding a new bottom. 57 cents. Damn, down 90% on the year. This one could be a banger. Holy shit. You know what? I'm gonna buy a little bit of that too. Well, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'm buying things with you guys here this morning. So there is a lot of pain today. Yes. Just throw another $100 into IP Story. There we go. We'll see if that plays out. Again, only risk what you're willing to lose. Only risk what you're willing to lose. All right, what else? What else we got? CR Cyclone. That's Circle. The Circle. Yeah, that's the. I think keep showing me this damn thing. It's not even in the top 100 or top 200. It's a stock. That's of course of the Circle Internet Group. That's Circle, of course, down 26% because the Clarity Act doesn't look like it's going to go in their favor for stablecoin yields. Lit Lighter down 25%. Fluid, Pulse Chain, Grass, any of the ones I mentioned earlier. Of course, all these are great opportunities right now. Telecoin also down 15% on the week. A lot of opportunities here in the top 200. Look at the weekly, guys. Look at the weekly. Let's take a look at the monthly and see what's the most oversold. Is there anything 30% off? Yes, there's 30s and 40s. Let's go. IP Story again, 45% off on the month. Insane drop there. Lit Lighter, 41% off. Again, that's been talked about here on YouTube. I still don't understand the big deal, but yeah, it is down. F-Ton finding a new low here. It just came out a few months ago, back in December. Bard down 50% now on the monthly. That's Lombard. Pith, a solid 30% on Pith. Finally, guys, there we go. There's definitely some opportunity here today. Pith now down 30% on the monthly. I do like that. Now almost 80% off on the year. Pith is definitely what I'm looking at again. Seriously, Humanity Token down 38%. Not a huge fan of that one either. Frax 33% off, and that's about it. Those are your opportunities today. A lot of opportunity, I would say, compared to the last 3, 4, 5 weeks. I keep telling you guys, it looks like the bottom's in. It looks like we're grinding it down to a halt. And Bitcoin now trading at 66,100. Seeing if we can break 66K this morning. Remember, the golden pocket. Let's see if I can get another one of these going here. Let's see. Can I just throw a shape on here? Just throw a shape on here. Dots. Sure, dot. That'll work. The golden pocket spans between 65K and about 63. That's about right here. Right here. We'll see how long we can stay within that if we do get the opportunity. I want to change the visibility. Yes, please. 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 Let me, please. There we go. That's okay. Way too much. Okay. Can I not do this to a shape? I guess not. I guess I can't. All right. That sucks. I just scribble. There we go. Golden pocket. There's your golden pocket. Basically between these two areas, between 65 and 63K. I guess I could just throw this up here. I'll make a mess of my chart any further than I already do. That would take us even lower than, of course, or that wouldn't take us as close to our super bear. But the super bear target has played out before in times of extreme pain. Last time we touched this, the only time we actually touched it since I've been doing the show for the last 2 or 3 years, has been the 2-5 event. So again, if we do hit our super bear target, that will take us down to 57-58K. You guys in the chat now saying no, 60% chance of going down, or 41% chance right now of you guys saying that we're going to get 55K today. That would be one of the largest candles we've seen to the downside, other than the main event, which I think was it like, I think it was 18,000 or something like that. We had of course a record candle to the downside and not of course to the upside on a single daily move. All right, let's see anything else going on. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all that's happening right now in the top 200 assets. Again, not financial advice, but only my 2 cents. Do that with that information what you will.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd be buying more Bitcoin at 55K, 58K, 60K. I don't care where it goes. All the way down. All right. So 66,000 right now, attempting to hold. Let's take a look at the order books real quick and then get back to TradFi news. Damn. So yeah, we are seeing a lot more chop here. We are about to possibly lose. We did test it a little bit. Looks like 59,000 or 65,900. That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say this morning. We did test that just briefly here. We are starting to get a lot of buy pressure just starting right there on that move. Again, the golden pockets between 65 and 63. Okay. All right, overall trading volume starting to flip a little bit positive. Bears are still holding the ground up about $2 billion flat now in overall trading volume. Let's get back over to doom scrolling, see what else we got going on over here. Looks like they're on break, and CNBC. We're gonna get into crypto news. It's almost at time. Yes, 2 minutes until we get into crypto news. What are we talking
2 hours on CNBC.com. Consumer sentiment due out at the top of the hour. Don't go anywhere.
Ooh, consumer sentiment is bad. It's bad. It's hellfire. Bitcoin sitting at 66 flat. Let's get over to some doom scrolling through some of these news outlets as we are getting into 10 a.m. I'm going to go back and forth real quick between TradFi and crypto news. ECB paper questions if DeFi DAOs are decentralized enough to sit outside of the MiCA. It's a European thing, of course. Bitcoin hodlers show stronger conviction despite Bitcoin price losing the 68K level. Is Bitcoin's governance too slow to fend off quantum risk? This is old stuff, man. We talked about most of these a day or two ago. Bitcoin nears lowest in 3 weeks as Bitcoin price targets drop to 41K. People are calling for 41K. We'll see if we get there, guys. 41K. I think I told you guys the market cap of Bitcoin would have to be $500 billion. Wow. We'll see. This is Cake Town, kicking Bitcoin down the shaft this morning. Bitcoin reacts badly to fresh oil supplies threats ahead of the Friday's Wall Street Open. Bitcoin price action hunts bid liquidity, continuing a week of low time frame liquidity grabs. Don't forget, today options expired on Bitcoin as well. Another bear flag threatens to send the market down to below 50K. Analysts say, okay. Let's say who. Who said that? Who said that? Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. Michael Van de Pape, a crypto trader, he said he would not be surprised about Bitcoin further weakness in the March monthly candle close, especially given that we're currently anticipating a potential sweep of the lows. He told X followers on the day, and in that case, I remain to be interested in buying in the lower 60K regions. And again, Michael Van de Pape has been more bullish than bearish on the short term, even too. I'd be surprised if he actually did say we're going to be going to 41K. On the longer time frames, market participants focus on the potential bearish support breakdown from Bitcoin's second bear flag construction. Previously occurring in January, the current bear flag produced targets below $50,000. Bitcoin setting up for a rising wedge sell signal. Veteran trader Peter Brandt, he's the one. Get out your pitchforks and wrenches. Chase this man down the street. Has warned on Wednesday, joining those calls of calling for a bear flag to 40K, possibly. In his own X update, trader and educator Aaron Dishner continued the bearish tone and the flag structure. Bitcoin is doing exactly what the bear flag setup is called for. Price broke below the cloud yesterday on the daily, and today opened below it. Currently down just 0.32%, but not a recovery. That's a hesitation, he commented. The measured target from the January 14 high and February 6 low applied to the current flag structure puts us at a downside of 41K. And I showed you guys this yesterday. So I mean, we've already talked about this. For for this to happen, do I still have it on the other chart? I think I do. Maybe not. Do I? Is it on the longer time frames? 4 hour, the day, the daily chart? Nope, I deleted it. All right, I'll do it again. Yeah, so if this does occur, maybe it was on the weekly. I had a little bit of that scribble. Yeah, I had a little bit of that scribble remaining from yesterday, but not quite there anymore. All right, so yeah, this is what we were looking at yesterday on the weekly chart. And basically, yeah, if we did do another staircase pattern downward, it would take us to that 45K. I don't know where he's getting 40K. 45, 42, something like that on this move. We have continued the staircase down. A lot of people are saying that this is not quite a bear flag, right? Not quite a bear flag. Some people are saying it is a bear flag, right? I would say that we have already tested the lows of 60, lower than 69K, the previous all-time high, of course, being respected as much as possible. But as of right now, of course, if you look at here on the weekly, on the wick up, you don't see it really much with that 69K, 69,420 up there. But the base of the move was about 66K, 65,000. Obviously, we weren't up there for a week. We were up there for like a day or two on 69K. That was, of course, the previous all-time high back in 2021. And the idea, of course, has been that it's not even an idea, it's the truth. We've never gone back to the previous all-time high ever in Bitcoin's history. And this is the first time we ever did. And a lot of that is possibly due to, of course, all of the macro constraints and the initial sell-off, of course, happening in Bitcoin before other markets. As of right now, again, I want to remind you, we've only been underneath 69K for about 12 days. And if you want to look at 66K as a, as like a baseline, of course, we were up there. That was kind of the peak before on the weekly. We've probably only been up there for maybe like 4 or 5 days, or being below that target. Of course, pushing my conviction that we're not going to see too much more lower, but it is possible we do wick a couple, 15, 20-minute candles to 60K again, or even 59. I just don't think it's going to be very long down there. Just like we saw last 2 times, we did lose the overall market cap. Of course, putting Bitcoin higher and higher and higher on these weekly candles. It doesn't look like a bear flag here. For me, anyway. But, yeah, we'll see how the rest of the market looks at it. Yeah. And, of course, this Bitcoin was made 4 times like we are in now. What else? What else we got? That's about it on this article. News is kind of lackluster this morning for crypto. I'm still waiting to see what Morgan Stanley is going to be doing with their Bitcoin ETF product about to launch. It's supposed to happen this week or next week. Definitely not going to happen this week now. All right. Let's see what else we got. Going over back to Doomberg. All these headlines pretty much flat on the day. 66.2 right now holding for Bitcoin. CNBC is back. Consumer sentiment now. Talking
Do anything at the Fed.
That's
We're not
right,
going to
for
be
sure.
cutting. We're not going to be, necessarily hiking. Although those, year ahead inflation expectations climbing, largest increase since April 2025.
Yeah.
I mean they'll take note of inflation expectations.
It always
at the
mirrors
Fed.
gasoline prices on the 1 year, and then beyond that, it probably moderates.
And that's probably what's behind the sentiment decline that we saw as well. Just more color declines we're seeing across age and political party, and then consumers, according to University of Michigan, with middle and higher incomes and stock wealth, actually saw big drops in sentiment because we saw, gas prices, oil prices rise, and stock prices fall. Today, what I prepared for you in the chart is just how much has changed because of the war in the way the market is pricing in the Fed. And, we've been talking about how they've been, the Fed is on hold right now. Well, look at how much it's changed, from end of June to, you can see the yellow line. This is the Fed, the ECB, the Bank of England, and the Bank of Japan, and the changes there.
That's the
now.
percentage likelihood of hikes.
Correct.
Yeah.
And look what's happening at the ECB. They're predicting 3 hikes. I mean, it's above 75 basis points there at the ECB. The BOE as well. I mean, they've got more singular focuses here on inflation. But even Japan, they're pricing in 2
the
hikes.
European Central Bank just had like a F-ton of rate cuts in the last year or two. We only gave America, 3 maybe, tops?
More information like this. We'll get more data next week. We get consumer confidence on Tuesday, another read. We get retail sales as well on Wednesday, and then the big jobs report on Friday. If jobs are kind of status quo, then, this is a Fed, and we heard this from Fed Chair Powell last time he spoke, that's more worried about inflation.
Although status quo is, tens of thousands of jobs lost, as we had last time. Who knows what happens?
I'm sure it's going to be revised as well. Maybe 100,000 jobs this time. 50,000 to 100,000 jobs down, lower. My gosh. Okay, let's see what else we got. We're talking about treasuries now. Yeah. Let's move on into, Dixie's still at 100. Dixie's still at 100. Let's see if Doomberg's back, and if not, we're going to get into some more headlines over on TradFi.
What's going on? This Bloomberg Business Flash is brought to you by IBKR. Will the price of gold exceed $51.50 on March 31st, 2026? Turn your view into a trade at IBKR.
Come on, shilling the prediction markets. Speaking of gold, where is gold at today? $4,444. A little bit of a recovery day for gold, possibly coming. So that's gold right now, and silver. Again, these have been the most oversold here recently, though, too. Silver's trying to keep this 66 support level. So yeah, that's gold coming back up to at least $4,400 an ounce on that bounce from 4,333. S&P 500 again, more pain. Is it? Yeah, it's heading right towards my target. Let's go. Let's go. Yikes! We'll see what happens. We're gonna draw this out for another 10 days, though, at least with the war. But yeah, I'm almost right on target, man. I was basically predicting a little bit of the same sort of thing from last year, just not as much, because this, of course, happened because of 2 things primarily: the tariffs and the DeepSeek, of course, changing the narrative on AI. And so that measured move, the same time frame as well, beginning of last year, February, of course, the end of February, we fell off a cliff. End of February, we fell off a cliff of the stock market, and it has not come back. My idea is that we come down on it probably at least to 6,300 on this move. We're almost there, 6,400 right now on S&P 500, with possibly the lowest down to 6,100. Time frame on this would actually be pretty much in the favor of the stock market. The way I look at it too, it would happen, right to down here, going into April. Maybe the worst of it happening in the next couple weeks. If we don't get this thing resolved, it could be lower though. It could be worse. We could go all the way back to the trend line for the S&P 500. Again, the whole reason why we're even up here is because the entire world is flocking to the S&P 500. Inflating our dollars, money printer go burr, and of course, every time that happens, the stock market jolts up way too much. From the last from the first big print from 2008, I showed you guys this. We ran it all the way up to about 200%. And then from the next big print, we ran it up to about 150%. Yeah, this big move here is actually only 150%. So, money printer go burr, and the stock market, of course, absorbs a lot of that pressure. All right, what else we got? Meta. They're talking about Meta right now over on Doomberg. Let's get back over to crypto news. Anything else happening, and some of the headlines on TradFi too. Let's take a look and see if there's anything going on CoinDesk. Let's go to crypto news on net first. 66,400 on Bitcoin currently, right? No, that's the SP 500. Close. 663 being retested, as we did just lose 663 not that long ago. We did just test 66,000 flat, and now we're coming up to try to get support back at 66.3. Again, the 3s, the 6s, and the 8s all being respected here in 2026. All right, Bitcoin is traded in tight range for nearly 50 days. We covered this article last night. That is old news. Again, that's where the entire "is this a bear flag? This is not a bear flag" idea came from. We were talking about this last night. And again, we've been trading now sideways for 50 days. And it only takes about 2 weeks to 3 weeks to produce a new level of support and a bottom. And we have had plenty of time here to make a lot of support at 65 again. Golden pocket starts at 65, down to 63K. All right. So that's, of course, the contrarian views we have this morning. Not a bear flag, or is it a bear flag? And some people on social media are calling this a bear flag. And this was the article, of course, basically trying to disprove it. What else we have here? I just got rid of it. There we go. Anything else breaking? 5 minutes ago, Anthropic's massive Claude Mythos leak sends software names and crypto sharply lower. Ooh. Let's take a look and see what's going on with Claude. Anthropic, the artificial intelligence company behind Claude, has begun testing a new AI model. Ooh, this is like DeepSeek type event. Possibly. Let's see what we got. More capable than any other it has released previously before, Fortune has reported. The company said its model represents a step change in performance and is the most capable we've ever built to date. It is currently being tested with a small group of early access customers as Anthropic evaluates its behavioral and risks. It looks like more people are going to be replaced. Jobs getting eliminated soon. Among the names moving sharply lower in the news, Palo Alto Networks, PANW, CrowdStrike, and Fortinet are all down 4 to 6%. The broader iShares expanded technology software sector ETF IGV is now off 2.5%. The overnight leak contributed to Bitcoin's tumble back to 66K. All right, that's also contributing to it too. Hey, really? That's a lot. This is a perfect storm, guys. This is a perfect storm. We have AI scares. We have Bitcoin's options expiring today, right? And then of course we have Brent and crude oil over $110 a barrel. After flirting with the 70K level hours earlier, of course, Bitcoin fell below 66, or back to 66K flat. Details about the model surfaced about the internal materials were accidentally exposed to the public accessing data storage. According to Fortune, about 3,000 assets linked to Anthropic's blog were available online, including draft announcements and internal content that has not yet been released. Going to remind you guys, I was just in the stock market, SP 500. Yeah, I was just in the SP 500 chart earlier. The last time, the main reason why I grabbed this is because a lot of the fear flocks to this sector. And the last time this happened, a big part of that, again, was due to DeepSeek. And what was DeepSeek? It was it was a cheaper model, cheaper to produce AI model being proven by China. Again, some people believe it, some people don't. The numbers, of course, being less than around a few $1 million. I think it was like $12 million for them to create a similar product to, again, some of the platforms that were coming out back then, like ChatGPT and everything else. This all happened at the beginning of 2025. DeepSeek, of course, competed with them and with less investment. I think some of the other AI models, they were looking at spending upwards of 100+ millions worth to get these. And this could be another full swing event going all the way back down the trend line for the SP 500. And of course, crypto was affected as well. Let me get back to that area. Bitcoin did lose its run to 100K at the beginning of last year, right? After Trump won the election. We did send it down. I'm actually going to go to the other chart for this one. And just to give you an idea of that move, I'm going to go back and see how big that fell. I don't know if I can find the damn chart. Yeah, that was back in. We didn't stop the pain until April, and we're going into April right now. The timing on this is insane. History doesn't repeat, huh? But it rhymes. I don't know. Seems like it's repeating this year. All right, let's get back to the chart. I'll show you where that downtrend started in April from DeepSeek and tariffs. Again, those two things. And we still have tariffs in the back end too. Man, this is probably going to be even worse, possibly. All right. So yeah, this was the dip I'm talking about right there. It sent it down 31% from its highs at the beginning of the year. Again, crossing 110,000 on Bitcoin back at the end of 2024 into 25. And yeah, that DeepSeek, of course, we can see the exact same pattern here on, of course, Bitcoin. The same exact pattern we have on the SP 500. After, of course, the sell-off. All right. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now on Bitcoin. The private credit thing, too, I mean, that also could maybe hold Bitcoin up a little bit during this scare. Obviously, the global recessionary fears, too, could also help Bitcoin, possibly. Yeah, we just have there's a lot of moving parts. Different this time that are not the same as last time, but a lot of the same thing happening again soon. All right, among the files the draft posted referred to the model as the Claude Mythos. The document warned that the system could be posing a serious cybersecurity risks, pointing to the ability to identify and exploit software vulnerabilities. This is also, oh my god, so many conspiracies and doom. I also had an idea. I talked with you guys back in December. I watched Pantheon, I think was the TV series. It was released on Amazon. It didn't do very well in its original airing or inception, but they released the whole thing anyway on Amazon Prime. I think that's where you can still watch it now. But anyway, it's there was an event that gave me an idea about what could happen here in the States or in the world. In the world, it would take over the world basically. The only thing that really affects Bitcoin in a huge way, in my opinion, is some sort of crazy cybersecurity threat from AI that we'd have to shut down the entirety of the internet to try to quarantine. This sounds like it's already starting. Skynet happening soon, guys. Oh, jeez. That wasn't in our bingo card, was it? Of course it is here. They're taking your jobs and, of course, threatening our way of life. Anthropic currently offers 3 tiers of models: Opus, Sonnet, and Haiku, all which vary in size, cost, and capability. The leaked material suggests the company is developing a new tier called Capybara, which Capybara would be an even larger and more intelligent model than Opus and the company's most advanced model to date. All right, so that's, of course, what's going on with Anthropic and their Claude AI. All right, anything else happening? So that's a big one. I know it's not crypto related, but definitely will, of course, affect the markets. Bhutan moves $45 million worth of Bitcoin in 2 days. We keep getting more of this Bhutan, moving Bitcoin. What else we have here? Nothing really else going on. Your Goldman Sachs issues bottom prediction for Bitcoin, gives 3 months to play out. That's from Goldman Sachs. According to the analysts, Bitcoin forms strong support about 60K to 75K range in the first quarter of 2026. I would agree with that. Again, right now the golden pocket's between 65 and 63K. And we've been, of course, trading here for the last 50 days. Of course, plenty of time to give us a new bottom. The analysts expect Bitcoin bottom to bottom out in the constructive consolidation in the coming period, predicting that the typical bottom period will last approximately in 3 months. Goldman Sachs has invested $152 million into XRP ETFs and approximately $2.36 billion into Ethereum ETFs. Furthermore, the analyst predicts recovery could occur in the second half of 2026. Second half loading, guys, in just a few days. Right? Yeah. Second half of the year. We're going into the second quarter in just a few days. Right, and again, Bitcoin's option expiry is happening today. We'll see more volatility probably in the next 2 hours, because that's where, of course, going to happen here in the States. CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, of course, going to happen next. That'll be the final one. Foreign markets already went through this already. And then we get into the monthly close, of course, at the end of the month. All right. One of the most authoritative figures revealed that significant progress in the U.S. cryptocurrency law in favor of the bull. Okay, nearing completion. What the hell? We're talking about the Clarity Act, probably. We're hoping for the draft, the Genius Act. Okay, Clarity Act. All right, I don't think there's anything new with this. It's just a clickbait. Both Republicans and Democrats have affirmed the bipartisan support of the Clarity Act. I saw a tweet last night we covered on doom scrolling last night that basically also Brooks and was it Tim Tillis? I forget. Too many damn politicians wrapped up in this. I spoke with Coinbase last night, and he said, adding that all market participants are still at the negotiating table and discussions are positive. Saying Tim Scott said that the views of Clarity Act are as much more than just law. According to him, passing the law correctly would greatly support the United States in maintaining its dominant position in the global economic arena. All right, there's your quick little update, I guess, on the Clarity Act. Nothing really happening until next month anyway, at the earliest. Let's see what else we got. Doomberg, I'm gonna get back with you guys in the chat. We have a super chat coming in from Jake the Snake, a super hyperlink. Jake with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Jake. What do we got? We got Scrub here. Rip my hopes and dreams. Scrub, you listen to the chat. Jeez.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm. Wait. Everybody, calm down.
Total chaos here this morning, guys. Total chaos. Thank you so much for that, Jake. We needed it. Again, happy Hippo Day, guys. Happy House Hippo Day.
They call them dumps. Big, massive dump.
Massive. Bitcoin now just breaking 66K, 65.9 on Bitcoin. How low can we go? Oh, now we're testing possibly the very, very tip of the golden pocket. Let's take a look at the order books and see what we got going on. I gotta catch up with you guys in the chat too, man. I gotta. It's just so much going on this morning. All right, let's get back over to the order books. See what we got. Did we even touch it yet? Did we touch the butt? Almost. Not quite there yet. But almost. 65K. Boom. Coming soon. Possibly. If I can get this going on here for you. There we go. Let's zoom on in there and see what we got. Alright, so yeah, we are scraping the surface, just barely scraping the surface, not quite there yet. We gotta get to about 65.3, probably 65.3. So the tail end, of course, of 65. We just entered 65 range, 65.9. Loading right now, 65.8. Loading, 65.6. Getting closer and closer down there. To the golden pocket. That's just to see if we can get in there. I know it's been a long time, guys. But I want to take you back to, maybe you don't remember it as clearly as I do. I just want to take you back to it. The golden pocket back then in 2000, in the 2.5 event when we did actually scrape down to 59.9, right? 59.9. We did. It took us a while to get down there. It took us 2 days, two days to facilitate that, for us to break. Oh yeah. It was actually started up here when we had the golden pocket. Yep. It took us a while to break through it. It was right about here. I think it was 76,000. Yep, 76,000. That's why we have a hard time getting back above 76K, because we had this, of course, as support before, and it took us how long to break through that? 227 days. That wasn't the right. It was this one. Yeah. Here we go. It was this one for us to break through here. On the first leg down, it took us 68 days. Is that about right? Yeah, I guess about the same. I guess that's kind of where we are right now. 58, 68. We're right now about 50 days in. So this one took about 67 days to play out. So I don't know, guys. Maybe another 10 days. So it'll take another 10 days to maybe break that resistance at the golden pocket. If I'm looking at timing here, again, this is truly a bear flag. All right. And again, the leg down would take us to about 45K. I'm definitely not calling for that. But 55K, possibly 50K. Again, the worst case scenario would be would be $1 trillion market cap. Yeah, about $1 trillion market cap if we do hit that 50K. All right. We gotta get back to the chat, guys. I gotta catch up with you guys in the chat. I'm so far behind. John Doe says, I got the cure for your gut, Red Gun. Honey is a superfood. Honey. I'm a bear? Are you calling me a bear? How dare you? How dare you? Does the King of Ohio get his flowers? When soon? When soon? I'm waiting for you, Jake. It's waiting there for you. Of course, the tip of your crown sitting right at 55K. Is it time? Is it time? No, it's not time yet. Although, yeah, we have a flipping happening in the poll. Yeah. I just want to remind you, when we started this poll, now there's almost 30 votes in it. We had 65% of you guys saying yes, we were going to hit 55K today, and I'm like, what? The time frame doesn't make sense. And I just showed you it could probably need another 10 days maybe to facilitate that move, or a major disaster, right? Like a nuclear warhead going off or something, alien event, and I think we have bigger problems if either of those happen. Yeah, now you guys are calling for 60%. No, we're not going to 55K today. Looks like, yeah, sorry, Jake, not soon, not that soon. Maybe in 10 days, maybe in 10 days. Maybe in a week, maybe in a week's time. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Anything else happening in the markets right now? And the chat with you guys, that's where I was at. When wrong? Pat Stackums, when wrong? So Bitcoin trending so close to red for another month. Probably. I don't know about another month. This will still be... If we don't, that would be great. I would actually love to see that, guys. If we actually hit 60K today, or not today, before the end of the month, right? So the next 3 days, if we actually hit 60K in the next 3 days, we will see another red candle. That'll be the longest stunt Bitcoin's ever had in, of course, daily candles being red. That'll be a new record. The last time we had the many candles we have right now in red was back in 2018, I believe, and that bear market, of course, going into the going into the 2021 cycle. I actually would like to see that, honestly, because again, that brings us into oversold territory. Like, you cannot get any more oversold, right? Going into another month, and usually we see a really good solid rally after something like that. So again, I just want to remind you guys, the options expired today, and we are, of course, waiting for the next one to happen here in the States, happening in about an hour and a half or so in the States. It could be a reversal, or it could be more pain before, of course, the end of today. It is Friday, low liquidity. More than likely, it's going to be a lot more red than green in any fashion, because it's Friday in general. Let's see, anything else in the chat for me to get through? $10 extra for painted toes. Selling feet pics. Scrub, oh no. Oh, sorry, Scrub. Slide into my DMs, big dog. I'll sell you my feet pics, says Scrub. Pat Stackman says, should we collaborate? I'm a left foot only model. Oh my god. You guys are crazy. Cliff also got this too. Totally normal, right? What we got here from Cliff? Totally normal. This is totally normal. They say that nothing here is happening. Nothing to see here, people. Is this one of those meteorites that start moving in fun directions? Yeah. Let's see what happens here. Totally normal. All right, so that's just gonna hit the ground now, right? Yeah. Where are we going? Come back. Totally normal. All right, yeah, we've seen a lot of these happen here lately. A meteor in Ohio turns into an orb. There's been a lot of those lately. Does anyone have an answer to that? Is it the space station falling debris? IDK. Crypto Sarge says the trees are speaking via Sarge. What the hell? Did Otaku highlight his hair? No, I did not. I have a haircut today, though. I do have a haircut today, so I do got to get going soon. But no, I did not. I never highlighted my hair. I don't put anything in my hair. I'm just I'm a dirty blonde. Very dirty.
What are you, stupid?
Geez, you guys are funny. Nah, I got that monk sauce, says John Doe. Shorts be printing right now, says Jose. Yes, shorts be printing. Watch for the opposite direction, of course, to wreck the shorts. 65. I'm 65.5. Next area, of course, for us to drop to 65.5. We're testing, of course, just the tip. Nothing sexual, just the tip of the golden pocket here in about $500 price action. I would imagine, just by looking at the order books, it's about 65,300 is where you're going to start, the very tip of that golden pocket. All right. What else we got here in the chat? Hey, good to see you, Spencer. Spencer's in the chat. Morning, nerds. Spencer, we haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Cliff and I were just talking about your your freeze-dried eggs. It's like Cliff said last night. Spencer's a freaking genius, man. He's a freaking genius. Of course, getting into the economic collapse disaster, and you've got more free-dried eggs than you could probably ever eat in any lengthy period of time. How's it going, Spence? Jake and Six says, good morning to Spencer. Of course, everyone. Dirty blonde. Oh, behave. Jake, yes. Scrubby says, what? Are you a pretty girl, says Jake to Scrub? No, I'm fugly. Scrubby says, I desperately need a haircut. If it wasn't for my beard, I'd look like a girl. Yeah, I was going to go another month. I was going to go another month, but I said, screw it. I was trying to get my hair as cut and groomed and cleaned close as I possibly could to the Vegas event without getting it done twice, but it is what it is. Whatever. Otaku looks at the VIX. Look at the VIX. Jake wants me to look at the VIX again. I can take a look at the VIX, I guess. The volatility index. Let's see if we can dig that up real quick for you. On the VIX. We got to get back to TradFi, I guess. They're going to be breaking things. Trump could be out here, telling us sweet nothings in our ears. Jeez. So we can get a trading view that's not on my chart. There we go. The volatility index. This one's tied to the S&P 500. Does that count? I don't know. This is not even the chart I wanna see. Oh, there we go. Full chart. There we go. It's blinding me though. Blinding me. Yikes. Still blinding me, but whatever. It's not my chart. 35 on the VIX. Run up, now down. Man, that's rampant. Wow. Wow, that is insane. Yeah, that is insane there on the VIX today. We haven't seen something like that again since April. Since March, April. Yeah, the March, April of last year. This is exactly the same thing I'm tracking, guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. So another 100% possibly on the VIX. All right, Jake. Yeah. I see where you're getting at now. Yeah, because I'm looking at the same thing basically. In the charts from the same time frame on Bitcoin and the S&P 500. We are, of course, I don't want to go through all that again. I spent way too much time there ranting this morning. But yeah, right there. Let's go. Jake in the chat. So much winning, guys. So much winning.
You're gonna win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
Gee, Spencer's a genius time traveler. Right there with you. Good morning, TJF. Strawberry Dragon, of course, our favorite flavor of dragon. Also, shout out to Happy Joy in the chat. Guys aren't happy enough. You guys
I don't think you're happy enough. I'll teach you to be happy. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs.
And of course, if you guys aren't buying the dip, I don't know how to help you. I already bought the dip twice with you guys here on the channel. I'm going to buy the dip again. I'm down 65 cents on my last purchase, so I got to buy more. Revenge trade. I'm going to buy another, I'll throw another 20 bucks of Bitcoin. Here we go. I'm going to start buying some more with you guys on the live today. There we go. There we go. Boom. More done. Let's see what else we got going on. Winning. Spence is cranking his hog every day and writing code. Strawberry. Spence says, just been banging out code and cracking eggs all day, every day. Yeah. We've been hearing about you've been having some troubles with your company. Did those get resolved? I hope so. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, Bitcoin sitting at 65.8, still, of course, just tapping the golden pocket. Golden pocket right now sitting between, again, 65.3 more than likely, the top there, and that range, and then 63K. Usually takes, of course, quite a minute to dig through it if there is a lot of selling pressure to the downside. Shorts right now are definitely printing moolah. Let's see. But again, risk what you're only willing to lose, right? I'm looking at you. You know who. Yes, you. Oh, geez. The house hippo dump continues.
They call them dumps. Big, massive dump.
All right. Let's get back over to TradFi, see what anything else is popping off here on the live. Anything? We still on break? Really? Still on break? Damn it. CNBC. Maybe some more headlines in TradFi. You could probably get some more of those as well. Let's take a look at, refresh this. Anything else breaking this morning? How much is oil up to this morning? Brent's now up, still holding $110 a barrel. US oil, 97.7. Yikes. Yikes. All right. Markets now see the Fed's next move as a potential rate hike as inflation fears mount. But what about the consumers? What about their $10 boxes of cereal? What the fuck? Oh, guys, it's so funny. It's so funny. I'm not even making this shit up. I mean, I haven't bought a box of cereal since I was a kid, but people still buy it. It's still a thing. I do want to show you some doom scrolling over here on YouTube. So people ask me, what do I watch in my free time? Well, I don't have that much free time, but when I do get a little minute of it, it's usually right before bed, and I can show you guys with my history what I like to watch. So this is what I watched before going to bed last night. More Doom. Mostly, of course, every day. I like to watch the Doom, even when I go to sleep. Where's the other one I watched? It's not even here. Oh yeah. This one here. I do like the Epic Economist. Look at this stupid shit. This is a really good run through. How much people are paying at the grocery store.
$400 more per month. And that's because my health insurance went up by $200 a month.
People are making these videos on TikTok and, of course, YouTube Shorts.
For the vast majority of Americans. And while I absolutely believe that an individual has the power to change their life, I also think we need to be realistic about how systemic this cost of living crisis is.
Strawberry Dragon says, am I rich yet? Is it too soon to play the soon?
When will then be now? Soon.
Just having fun with you this morning. You got the $2 super chat coming in from Strawberry. Thank you so much from Strawberry Dragon. Are you rich yet? Not yet. And the consumers are definitely going to get hurt even more. Watch this.
In order for things to change, we need
$dollars for toilet paper.
$33
for toilet shit.
Like, are we dead serious right now? Like, are we dead ass? Is this real life?
Look at that.
$8 for a bag of chips.
You gotta be fucking kidding us, Ruffles.
A regular Coke, 3 for $20.97. Like actual soda, $21.
What the fuck? Used to get a whole cup.
$13.99? $14? For a gallon of orange juice?
A gallon of orange juice.
For 2 pounds of lunch meat, $23. How the hell we supposed to feed our kids on this crap?
Truly, look at this. Look how small this pack is. Seriously?
$9 a pound.
That fits like in my palm. Crazy.
The grocery stores are like, it looked like it haven't even been touched.
$13.99 for a goddamn watermelon.
For $11 for shredded cheese? Are you kidding me?
You know, that's organic or whatever. Still, you have 96.4 for $8 a fucking pound. What the fuck's going on?
12 motherfucking 99. I know these ain't the damn.
Tell me I'm tripping. When the fuck did the cereal become $8?
Bro, $3.50 fucking cents for this, bro. This should be 98 cents.
Like spaghetti sauce and it's $11.99. Wow. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, guys.
For some fucking eggs.
But the dollar's not volatile. I have a safe haven with the dollar.
What are you, stupid?
Let's all be doomer boomers. Run back to the Dixie, shall we? Dixie, of course, over 100 today. Let's see if it's still there. If it's still there. Oh man, it's too funny. Okay, losing a little bit now. That's still, of course, the doomer boomers running to the dollar for safety. Save me! Well, I just burn it and buy more Bitcoin. All right, guys, don't forget it's Feed the Fire Friday. We are going to be back, of course, tonight, and of course tonight we also have our Patreon live. If you guys haven't already joined us, what are you doing? Of course, you can hang out with the Chaos Crew, learn a lot, and make some money no matter what direction the market is going to take. It's only $15 a month. Less than a bottle of Tito's. You too can become a Chaos Crew member. Yes. All right. Let's see if we can get one more recap from TradFi before we head out, and maybe doom scroll next. I guess
even
we're running
10-year 4.44. 3.95%. Gold is up $83 the ounce, up 1.9%, $44.60 now. West Texas Intermediate crude just above 98 a barrel, up 3.8%. Barrel of Brent holding above 110, up now by 2.5%. The University of Michigan is out with its Consumer Sentiment Index, and it slipped to a 3-month low in March, and year-ahead inflation expectations jumped as the war in the Middle East drives up gasoline prices.
Come on, Boss Sweeney.
Chu is Director of Surveys at the University of Michigan. She was a guest right here on Bloomberg Intelligence.
University of Michigan. Okay, whatever. Let's go over here to CNBC one more time. Are they back? No, they're not. All right, cool. Doom scrolling, and then we're going to call it. I got to get a haircut, guys. Look at this. I look crazy. Oh, shit. Again, happy Feed the Fire Friday, guys.
Satoshi started a fire in cyberspace. Take your fiat currency and feed the fire.
More tonight as well. All right. Let's go do some doom scrolling. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things down below. And of course, bringing you the news every single day, twice a day, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. I think I did 5 shows last week. Was it 2 weeks ago on the Fed? The Fed day. Unitree humanoid robot appears in the streets of New York. It is interacting with children. Outdoors.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New York City. Explore the towering skyscrapers, bustling streets, and endless possibilities. Sit back, relax, and soak in the mesmerizing aerial views of this iconic metropolis.
Run away! All right. Cliff coming with a $5 super chat. I didn't even get into some of the talks we had last night and the conspiracies we had. I did want to talk about one of them in particular. Cliff coming with a $5 super chat. Thank you. How much for and the link? How much for hammer slammers? For the meats?
May I help you, sir?
How much for an order of ribs?
$2.50.
$2.50?
How many ribs do I get with that?
About 5.
5?
5 ribs for $2.50.
So I guess that's about
1988. Good year.
50 cents a rib, huh?
Yeah, about.
Let me get one.
Right on. What?
So it's not that much anymore. It's probably going to be $12.50 in a really affordable neighborhood. $20 maybe in another. I don't know how much ribs are these days. It's been a very long time since I had some ribs, probably like 10 or 12 years. Let's see what else you guys get in the chat. I'm about 2 haircuts overdue for a haircut. Me too. I haven't had a haircut since December, maybe. I think it's been December. Oh my God, crazy. All right, yeah, it was around Christmas time. All right, where were we? The things. Yeah, doom scrolling. Yes, doom scrolling. Thanks again, Cliff, for that $5 super chat. Before I forget, I am going to get a little into that. Before I forget, so last night we were talking a little bit off the record. I do want to bring some of it on the record, and some of our talks basically were kind of like, pertaining to what was going on in Iran. Why are we there? We were talking about bombing their electrical grid. And we just talked about all these things that kept happening. Venezuela, we're talking about Cuba, and then possibly soon, right? And then it kind of dawned on me as we were talking about it, like, what if we're attacking Iran, and it's actually kind of a Bitcoin play? What if it's a Bitcoin play or a crypto play? Because the amount that because we're talking about this in the overall. The general consensus with the amount of Bitcoin that Venezuela had when they took them over, and the alleged amount, because we don't know how much Iran has in terms of Bitcoin. But as of yesterday, when Bitcoin was still sitting around 68, is this as of this morning? I guess maybe that's early this morning. 68,800 last night. They have about $7.8 billion estimated in 2025 in their crypto stockpile. If even half of that is in Bitcoin, they could be holding maybe 50 to 60,000 Bitcoins. If the majority of it is in Bitcoin, it could be close to 100,000 tokens. And again, we just talked about how Venezuela. Again, we just took them over. They had 600,000 Bitcoin, the largest stockpile any country has ever had publicly. Maybe this is also another reason. As another takeaway to this is the electrical grid. He's threatening to attack the electrical grid, and Iran can mine right now on average. I think it's about a Bitcoin for what is it, like $1,300? I mean, it's so ridiculous how cheap it is over there to mine Bitcoin. Iran mining Bitcoin cost $1,300. So yeah, maybe this is more than just what we see on the front end. There could be a lot more in the back end. You never could explain this to a normie. Not in the slightest. Could I ever explain this to a normie?
What are you, stupid?
But you guys have an idea what I'm getting at right there. All right, guys. That might be all I got for you. 68,500 right now on Bitcoin. The lowest we got on the Wix so far was it 65.6? Was it 65.6 on the Wix? 65.6. Again, 6s, 8s, and 3s all to be respected. The top of this range for the golden pocket is going to be 65.3. If we do lose 65.3, that is pretty much the beginning of the golden pocket. I don't know how far we're going to get into that today. We are going to see a little bit of a pushback and recovery. Maybe longs really starting to play out as you get into maybe a quarter to maybe half of the way into it. So I'd be looking at that there. If you guys are looking to play longs to shorts, right? Long to shorts. It's gonna be a fun range for traders for a while. Again, options expire today, so I'd be again very cautious. Either direction, of course, is possible. After this afternoon, I would say about 2 to 3 p.m. Again, it is Friday, low liquidity. I wouldn't expect the moon either way. It is a Friday, and I love being oversold before the beginning of another month. And actually, I would love for us to be down here at 59, 60K again, just to prove a point going into the next month. Getting into, of course, a recovery rally on Bitcoin, because this is going to be brutal. That would also be the longest period of time Bitcoin's been in, of course, a downtrend. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I do have to get, I have a hair appointment in about an hour, so I do got to head out. We're about going into 11 a.m. And most of the meat of the move has already been done. Again, not until 12:30. You're going to see some more serious shit. Have a great day. I will see you again, and keep winning. Keep winning.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
Yes.
Say, please, too much.
Fly me to the
How much are a plate of ribs in 2026? That's what I want to know. Now, after watching that clip from from 1988, a full rack of baby back ribs costs about $30 now in the States in 2026. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy. Too much winning, guys. Too much winning. All right, guys, I will see you again tonight. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. And of course, more Doom coming soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises, we've made the trade. The robots are rising, and he's taking the crown. But we're the ones that will